So you're looking for a dog trainer here in Mississippi, and it can feel like a pretty big task. We're going to walk through a few simple steps to help you find a great professional who really fits your dog and your life here in the Magnolia State.
Okay, here's what we've got on tap. We'll kick things off with why the local scene here matters. Then we'll get into what to look for in a great trainer. After that, we'll cover the different types of training, how to make your final choice, and then the best part, where to go to enjoy those new skills.
All right, first things first, let's get into the specific reasons why finding the right training is so helpful right here in Mississippi.
Okay, this is a really key piece of information. Here in Mississippi, the state doesn't require any kind of special license for dog trainers. What that means for you is that the quality and experience out there can be all over the map. So it's really up to you, the owner, to know what to look for.
And this is where it gets really practical. Good training isn't just about sit and stay. It's about having a dog who can walk nicely on a leash with you in Hattiesburg, or not drive your neighbors crazy with barking in Jackson. It's about being calm around wildlife when you're on the Natchez Trace. These are real-world skills for your Mississippi life.
So the big question is, how do you actually spot a great trainer in that crowd? Well, this next part covers the two most important things, the methods they use and the credentials they have.
You're going to hear this term a lot, and for good reason. Positive reinforcement. The best, most modern trainers are all about it. And the idea is super simple. You reward the behavior you want to see more of. It's not just about teaching commands, it's about building a really solid, trusting relationship with your dog.
To put it really simply, you're looking for someone who builds your dog up with rewards, not someone who uses fear or intimidation to get results. Methods that rely on things like prong collars or shock collars can really damage your dog's confidence. You want to stay on the left side of this chart for sure.
But how do you really know they follow this philosophy? Well, you look for these letters after their name. For example, that CPDTKA means they're a certified professional dog trainer. These aren't just random letters. They mean that trainer has passed some tough exams and is committed to keeping their education up to date. It's a really reliable sign of a true professional. All right, so you know the philosophy to look for. Now let's talk about the different ways that training can actually happen, because the right format really depends on your dog and what you're trying to accomplish. This chart lays out the three main options. Think of it this way. In-home training is fantastic for those specific at-home headaches like barking at the mailman. Group classes are awesome for learning to focus around other dogs, and then you have board and train, which can be great for intensive work, but you have to be ready to keep up the training when your dog comes home.
Okay, we're getting close. You've got the method down, you've picked a format you like. Now for the really practical part, how to actually pick your prod and figure out the costs.
You know, you wouldn't hire someone for a job without an interview, right? Same thing here. It's so important to have a quick chat with a potential trainer before you commit to anything. Having a few good questions ready can tell you everything you need to know. And honestly, these 5 questions are your secret weapon. They'll tell you just about everything. You're double-checking their methods, confirming their credentials, making sure it's not a one-size-fits-all plan, and asking how you'll know it's working. A real professional will be happy to answer all of these. And yeah, we've got to talk about the cost, right? Budget is obviously a huge part of the decision. This chart gives you a pretty good ballpark for what to expect for different services here in Mississippi. As you can see, the prices can really vary depending on what you're looking for. Okay, so once you've found your trainer and started the work, that's when the real fun begins. You get to take all those new skills out into the world and actually use them.
And luckily, Mississippi has some fantastic spots to practice. You can work on polite greetings at a dog park in Jackson or Gulfport, or maybe practice staying focused at Camper Park in Hattiesburg. And of course, the trails along the Natchez Trace are just perfect for working on those leash skills.
We really hope this helps you find the perfect trainer for you and your dog. Because a well-trained dog isn't just about obedience. It's about having a confident, happy partner who's ready to enjoy everything Mississippi has to offer, right there by your side.